talk a while.
Wow, we're back.
We're back, gang.
With a fresh new look.
Fresh new look. Different angle.
I kind of like it.
I like it too.
Yeah, there's something intimate about it.
I kind of miss the first couple episodes, cinema quality lighting. Joe Reyes brought to the table.
Remember when Joe was like the executive producer of this podcast?
Yeah. For like 3 weeks.
Wish him well.
I wish him well.
Wish him well.
We talked about him last week. Kid's still a pro.
Yeah.
You know,
we've been seeing him do his thing.
He'll be in our employment soon again.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely now, for sure.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. How you doing?
Good, dude.
Good. You recovered from the weekend?
Barely. I'm feeling a little shitty still, but I'm doing better. I got some good news yesterday.
Yeah?
I won't be returning to my job. Shit.
Congrats.
There was some speculation and some talks that I would be able to go on hiatus and keep my job while I was away in Scotland. And HR made the call and they said, no, sir. No, sirree. And you know what? When they told me, it was like a weight off my fucking shoulders.
Safe to say they made a good call.
They did. And you know what? At the end of the day, it didn't really make sense for them to do that anyway. And B, I feel so much better about it. Because now it's like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, imagine if I fucking had this incredible month-long experience in Scotland. We fly home from London on September 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back to my office that Monday.
Oh, man.
I'd want to kill myself.
We thought like going back to the office on the Monday after the Pear show was bad.
Yeah, it would.
That would be horrible.
The worst thing for a month of all time. And then on top of that too, like I was having this conversation with the lady at the office, and she kind of made a good point. We were talking. She was like, everything happens for a reason. And then it hit me. The reason that I even started, like, came up with the idea for this play and the idea to do it was to like escape my job.
Yeah.
Like in October.
It's only temporary.
Yeah.
It was only temporary. And
that's
now
how everything is.
You're the living embodiment of that with this job.
I know.
Same with mine. I mean,
Yours was like, I've lived 3 lifespans in your job time.
Yeah, dude. It was like that job.
You put in how many years there?
Like 7. That job was actually geek. Like that was actually a geek.
You were doing
job.
Actual geek work.
Yeah.
You might as well.
I mean, you could argue that yours is geek work, sure, but like at the end of the day, was like.
Nah, it was very luxurious and comfy, and I quite enjoyed it. But what they were making you do, bite the heads off chickens.
Insane.
And by chickens, I mean the proverbial dickhead on the phone who is trying to run a magic company.
Oh my God, that piece of shit. And he's local too. He's local to hear that piece of shit.
Oh, we'll find him.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to say that I have his information from my old lead book, but I just might.
We'll hit him up with some crank yankers to start, and then we'll start leaving like upside down crosses on his lawn.
That's good. Oh, dude. Well, speaking of the signs of the cross, dude, R.I.P. James Caan.
I know. James Caan, dude. What
a legend.
What a legend.
Sonny Corleone.
He's great for so many reasons, you know, his acting career, and he was like a very no bullshit, like fucking true to himself kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he was on about a year ago. I was still listening. It was a very brief stint with it because it got very tiring, but I was listening to the Victory podcast, which is the crew of Entourage. And it was the creator, Doug Ellen, Eric Connolly, who played E, and whatever the guy that plays Johnny Drama's name is. And they would have Kevin Dillon. They'd have a bunch of people on from the show. And they had Scotty Conn, who played Scott Lavin, who was like E's management partner, who was James Caan's son.
Cool, I didn't know that.
And at the end of that episode, James Caan came on for about 20 minutes. And like you could tell he was really old at this point, but like what a fucking legend.
Dude, he just gives off he has that air to him when you see him.
He's just a real deal.
Like, just looks like the real deal.
Dude, like he was telling all these stories on the podcast. Like for his son's, I think like 16th birthday with all of his friends, he bought them all hookers.
That's sick.
Like what a fucking maniac.
What a legend.
Legend.
Dude, and Sonny Corleone is a character.
One of the greats.
Ball buster, hilarious. He's so cool.
And, you know, people always say, like, you know, James Caan, Jewish, not Italian, but, like, he played Italian fucking New Yorker Jersey guy better than anyone I've ever seen.
Most Italian Jew I've ever seen.
He reminds me of my Uncle Vinny to, like, a T.
Yeah.
I swear to God. Just, like, the type of ball busting and it's, you know what I mean? Like, you know when someone is, like, so themselves, and you're like, you can't even believe that that's a real person.
Yeah,
That was
it's lightning in a bottle type energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Misery too, another
great
banger.
movie.
Rob Reiner, which is hilarious just because he's fucking like Max in Wolf of Wall Street, directed a banger.
Oh, dude, he's one of the best
Classic.
directors. He directed Stand By Me.
Yep. Who's in Misery with him again? Is it
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates, yes.
Crushes it.
It's a great movie. And then he's Walter in Elf.
Yeah. He's just like such a large part of our lives.
Dude, he's a legend.
Elf,
Truly legend.
Elf is literally one of the craziest, like, that is probably my main Christmas movie.
Oh, dude. It's like, it's upper echelon. But it's also ingrained itself in the culture now.
Yeah, for sure. You know, because it's like, we think about, I remember seeing that in theaters, but that movie probably came out in like 2020 or 2003 or something.
Yeah, or very early 2000s, yeah.
Like, because it's probably coming up on its 20th anniversary. I'll look it up right now.
Well, they better do something crazy. Will Ferrell turned down doing Elf too. He's got a spine. That's nice.
That is such a legendary standalone movie.
They should have did Elf
2003, which means next year it'll be 20 years old.
It's Elf 2, but he's trying to put the Christ back in Christmas. He's just like, we're going to say Christmas. Merry Christmas.
We're going to say Christmas this year. What? James Caan just died? Oh,
wow.
That's the first I'm hearing about this.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Wow.
What an incredible career.
He played an incredible wop. James Caan.
People always said he's Jewish.
Wop.
He's not a wop, but he played a wop like a wop plays a wop.
He played it well.
I've dealt with a lot of those grease balls in my lifetime, and let me tell you, James Caan
They built a lot of my buildings. A lot of those grease balls, they built my buildings.
You can't make a building in Manhattan without going through those Gambino boom boxes.
Well, I'm very sad to hear that. Very sad. Thank you.
Blue jean baby.
Yeah, another legend gone, 82 years old, R.I.P.
Lived a great life. The thing is, anytime I see guys like that die at 82 years old, I'm like, that's probably great. Like, that's good for me because it's like those guys were fucking doing their thing in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And we're probably doing so much fucking blow and acid and having so much unprotected, dirty sex.
And they made it. Yep.
So if those guys, they're probably smoking cigs every day.
Yep.
If they could make it to 82, then I'll make it to fucking
105. Yeah. That'll be good. I don't think I'd want to make it that long.
I want to.
My mom said she's like, oh, you want to live till 90? And I'm like, if I'm 90, put the noose around my neck. But I think I just say that now. I'm sure when I'm 60, my opinion will change.
Well, I mean, like, if I'm like 100 years old and I'm just like a decrepit dust bag that can't move my own legs, then absolutely not. But like, I want to live in like the future where like medicine and healthcare is really dope. So like, I look like I'm 80 when I'm 105.
Yeah, hopefully that's actually the case. Because right now we got 15,000 to go to the emergency room. It's not looking too good. Not looking good.
It's not good.
Not good. Not well. Not well. Oh, dude. Fucking A. So you had a good 4th of July. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Good.
I was down Dewey Beach with, not Dewey Beach, but like the Delaware, Ocean City, Maryland area with all my cousins and whatnot.
Did you have a big brawl over it's not the year to celebrate?
No.
Did you do some activism down there?
No activism down there, unfortunately.
I assume Secrets was just going up.
Just a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
A lot of orange crushes. It became a joke of the weekend. And I think I was probably doing it purposely, but maybe I wasn't. But I ended up hooking up with multiple different women, different nights. And all of them were like well over like 30, 35.
Perfect.
And I like would lie about my age and shit just because they'd be like, what? How old are you? I'm like, what? And it was just funny because then I would wake up in the morning and my mom would be shaking me awake. She's like, why did you make out with the 35-year-old woman last night? Fucking Paulina just told everyone at breakfast. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Let them know.
Let them watch.
Let them watch. Well, that's good. I mean, that's such a nice contrast as to like what you saw on social media all weekend,
Yeah.
Just everyone sharing infographics. Well,
and I get it,
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy things going on, but like, hey, put them aside for a little tradition.
Put a sock in it.
Put a sock in it.
Yeah, I had a good laugh today because like there's like so many people doing that shit, and then like I'm seeing stories today, and it's just like beach chairs in the Hamptons.
It's and like it's a girl who like he'll have her story, right, and her story will be like her legs standing on a beach chair in the Hamptons on a Thursday because she doesn't need to work.
Next story, why we need to reverse Roe v. Wade again?
A pie chart.
A pie chart, yeah.
Yeah.
And it
was statistics.
Yeah.
Some sort that may or may not be factual.
Yep.
That's life.
Yeah. And it's 3 skinny girl margaritas, not even noon yet. And it's July 7th.
You know what I always say, Giuseppe? Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Must be nice to live that life.
It sure must be nice.
Not a care in the world.
Not a care in the world. Oh, James Caan just died. I didn't know that. That's actually the first time I'm hearing it.
Roe v. Wade just got overturned. Oh, wow. That's the first time I'm hearing about it.
Wow.
What an incredible amount of abortions that happened in its history. What an incredible
amount of kids
were killed.
Incredible amount. Wow, I am sad to hear that. Thank you. I'm really sad to hear that.
Blue Jean Baby.
Dude, this one, you see Boris Johnson resigned.
I know.
As Prime Minister
this morning, bro.
PM done.
Which is kind of ironic because when I was going to London 3 summers ago,
they wanted him out.
No, he was just getting in. And now I'm returning to the UK and they're getting him out.
Yeah. I was like sitting in bed and I'm like, God, how is this going to ruin everything for us?
I know. And I was like, for a second, I'm like, all right, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's like, then maybe do some COVID shit, but maybe they're like, you know, they're like, fuck it, we'll give all these union cunts like their money so that we stop worrying about this train strike.
Yes, but then
he's not fucking leaving. He's like, I'm not gonna leave till the fall.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't. That's how resigning works.
I mean, either way, I was kind of happy. I'm like, perfect. So if there's any nonsense going on during the transition, it'll happen after we leave the country. After we come back and we're like, I bleed ragu.
Blue Jean Baby.
He's out of there.
I know.
Which, like,
he's funny. He's a funny guy, though.
Yeah,
you ever
dude.
see him? He looks like a Muppet.
Yeah. He looks ridiculous, like all the Brits do.
Yeah.
You know?
We don't want to cause too much beef before we hop the pond.
We're just making jokes.
But it is funny that they all seem to look somewhat deformed, right?
Yeah, I mean, every time I see pictures of him from the press, his hair is disheveled. He looks like that Mr. Krabs meme where he's just in a vortex, like, what the hell? Like, he looks a little, you know, a little autistic in some ways. You know?
I mean, he's not the PM anymore, so say what you like.
So I will say what I like.
It's not like he could borrow. He could. He's the PM actually till the
He'll
fall.
be the PM while we're in the country.
Imagine he listens to this and we get to the border in London and
we're barred.
He's like, Joe, they flip us, yeah? And like the border agent's like, you talk shit about Boris, you ain't coming in,
like, yeah, I think I said he looks a little autistic and he looks disheveled.
I said
and then the
artistic.
I said artistic, and the guy looking at me is disheveled and autistic himself. I'm just like, oh, it's all you guys.
You guys, you're like, I got some tea. You want it?
I was told, sir, before I got to this country, I was told 2 things. Don't rent a car while I'm here, and don't go to see the dentist. And I'm going to make sure I do both of those things.
It seems like you guys walk into the dentist and they fuck your teeth out more. They go in there and just take pliers and start fucking twisting shit around.
It's like kids doing finger paints. That's who they have do the dentistry.
The dental degree is like you can get it in kindergarten. Like it's the only medical degree.
And then it's valid. You don't have to get it renewed. So once you get it in kindergarten, you could be a working dentist as long as you'd like. No repercussions, no renewal processes, nothing. You just have that license for life.
That's how it ought to be.
The LFL, license for life.
That was good.
Not bad.
You come up with that right now?
Yeah, that was right off the dome ski. Yeah, but Boris, man.
BJ.
Peace out, BJ.
B. Johnson.
It'll be good to see you while we're out there.
I was a fan. Not of him. I liked when he's in office. And thank God he'll be in. Well, no, they can still kind of talk their shit. But that summer, every question I got the second I got off that plane, they're like, oh, you're from America, yeah? What the fuck's up with Trump? Why you guys got Trump? And I'm like, hey, fuck faces. You guys got Boris Johnson, who's literally the UK equivalent to Trump. So shut your whore mouths.
Yeah, I thought he was fun. He was fun. He was just throwing bangers during COVID. The whole country was locked down, and Boris was just throwing birthday parties.
He's having like orgies.
Just getting after it. He was going like Gavin Newsom times 10, which I respect that.
Yeah. Actually, a good point though. Because now that he is in all summer, he won't be like...
He's not going to do anything crazy.
No COVID shit. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
What up? Wait, Boris Johnson just got stepped down? No, that's the first I'm hearing about it. What an incredible career he had.
What an incredible man. He was artistic, you know that, right? He could draw my face perfectly. He was an artist. Oh, so he could draw my face perfectly.
I'll never forget the funniest story. One of our old friends' fathers, I won't name any names, but he's a funny guy. Loves his drink, loves to have a little bit of a drink in him. And I remember one time you told me this story, and I've dealt with him many times myself. But one time you told me this story that like you told him you were going to film school. I think it was when you were transferring out of mom.
Dude, he had already known I was doing that.
Or no, I think you said art school, but you're going for film.
He said, "Hey Joey, I heard you're an artist," as in like he had heard I was doing that stuff, and he's like, "So you could draw my face perfectly."
Like you could draw an exact. He just really was like, you could draw an exact carbon copy of my face.
It's like, well, no, I do filmmaking, the movie stuff. He's like, oh, okay. I thought you were like an artist, like drawing with pencil and stuff. No, not really.
And then 5 minutes later.
And then I drew a perfect photo of his face on my napkin, and I turned around. I'm like, what do you think about that one? But
I thought 5 minutes later he was like, so wait, let me get this straight though. You could draw a perfect picture.
Still draw yeah, he kept harping on I could still draw a perfect picture of his face, and I'm like, no, I can't draw a perfect picture of your face. I could take a good photograph of your face. I could put you in a film of sorts.
A film,
a cinema. But
speaking of films, dude, you know what we didn't talk about last week on this podcast?
What?
I saw Elvis.
Oh, how was it? I unfollowed Baz Luhrmann. He's so fucking annoying.
Such a fucking weirdo.
He's such a prick. He's such a douche.
He's like
him walking through Tokyo, and he's like, "We're gonna do special
action," and he's like, "Elvis." I'm like, I sent it to Tundo once a week, and I'm like, either this guy is so fucking far out there, which I don't believe he is, but I think he's just a pill addict.
Oh, dude, for sure.
He's just like slurring everywhere, and he's like, "Elvis is gonna be crazy."
I can't stand him. I unfollowed him so fast in the past like week.
Yes.
He's just out in Tokyo doing his fucking,
Let me see if I can find the one I sent Tunda because it was hilarious.
Get off the drugs, Baz.
He sounds like he's absolutely fucking stoned.
He's on Xannies. He's on them Xanny bars. He's QB sneaking out in Tokyo.
Is this it?
Dude, we can't monetize last week's episode.
Why?
Because we played some of
from Sydney, Australia, opposite the Opera House, and Dip and Sway and Gary Clark Jr. and Austin performing the Tupelo Shuffle, and I'm thinking, what is the Tupelo Shuffle? Like,
this is what when people say lizard people, this is what I think of. Like, he doesn't even look real.
Like, he's just high on every pill under the sun.
Dude, what was the famous band from Wayne? It's already escaping me. That everyone in the town was in, apparently. They had like a 80-person orchestra. Dramarama. So we played a Dramarama song last week on the episode, and that got us, we lost monetization.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think the funny part is that would be crazy. But I don't think that is the song we played.
No, it's the other song.
It's the other one. Did we actually lose monetization?
Yeah.
From that song?
From that song.
But when was our podcast ever monetized?
Well, it's not. But now if in the future it gets monetized, that episode can't be included in it. We lost it on another episode for playing Dead or Alive, Spin Me Right Round. But
yeah, we used to do that a lot.
Yeah, but like, who cares, right?
Yeah,
We're making so much money from our sponsor.
It's not like Manscaped can take away our money.
Dude, what a dumb company they are. What a dumb company.
I can't believe they still are paying us.
Yeah, you guys are idiots.
I heard you got some new copy for them. Should we do our first in the middle of an episode ad for them in a while?
Yeah, It's going to take 2 minutes to open up, but
it's okay. I could fucking kill some time.
Kill some time.
Yeah, so I saw the movie, and, you know, I'm actually a huge Baz Luhrmann fan, but maybe in his twilight years he's too pilled out. But the first 40 minutes of the movie are, like, absolutely incomprehensible. Like, he must have just been on coke while editing it, because it literally starts in, like, 1990s Vegas, and then jumps back to 1970s Vegas, and then goes back to 1950s Mississippi, and then jumps back to 1938 Mississippi, and then jumps back forward to 1958, and then jumps back to 1968, and that's within a half hour.
So it was an ambitious project.
Certainly ambitious. And like everyone in all the reviews are saying, Austin Butler did a great job. Does that mean I could have done better? Maybe, probably. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm not one to deliberate on these things. If I had 3 years to fucking pretend to be a guy, I probably could have done the same.
Yeah.
But I will say the movie itself is not incredible. He does a really good job. And the last, hour is incredible of him being in Vegas and, like, the later last of his life. And it's like, how could you not like certain sequences? Because it's like Elvis is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they did a good job with some of his live performance recreations. And it's like, dude, it's Elvis. You can't fuck that up.
Yeah, well, Baz, you're fucking out of your mind, dude. I hope I don't run into you one of these days, because I'm going to knock you out.
I'm curious as to why you followed Baz Luhrmann in the first place.
Because I'm like, I like Baz Luhrmann's movies. You know, they have their rap.
Do you like Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, I like Moulin Rouge.
I like Moulin Rouge.
That's a good movie. But then I see him on Instagram, and I'm like, I hate this guy.
Just literally whacked out on Benzedrines.
Yeah, he's just like,
last night at the Sydney Opera House.
Can you share this password with me?
Swale and Austin and it's uppercase F. E R R A R A the number 1. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, Ferraro 1.
Now anyone coming to my house couldn't get on Wi-Fi.
Oh, what the hell?
The Tupelo Shuffle, and they did a dance. What I'm trying to say is, send me your Tupelo Shuffle. Send it to me. Oh, what? Baz Luhrmann? Baz Luhrmann just passed away? No, that's the first time hearing about it. Wow.
No, I didn't know that. It's the first time.
What an incredible career. He was a metrosexual, closeted gay man, and he never would admit it.
What a huge pillhead. Whether you agreed with him or not, he was an incredible pillhead.
You'd walk into his house, you'd see all these pills, you go, wow, that's a lot of pills.
Well, I'm really sad to hear that. Wow.
Baz.
Wow, is he still on pills? Wow.
Oh, he's dead.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Got Bush? You definitely do if you haven't tried the best products from our sponsor today, Manscaped. Taking control of your bush, guys, it's important. And these products are so good that you're going to be showing pride in your new bush-free yard, if you know what I'm saying. It's a fact that you will have the best-kept nutsack on the cul-de-sac. Wow. Whoever wrote this one up in marketing, they're killing it.
Guys,
save big.
It's the summer.
Save big.
Save big, because your balls are going to be sweating, and your hairy balls are going to be dripping sweat, and your back's going to be dripping sweat, and your chest is going to be dripping sweat. And we're giving you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put in code GOODCRACK at checkout on manscaped.com on any product and get 20% off and free shipping to shave your fucking sack, dude. I'm talking the performance package, which includes the lawnmower 4.0 with the ceramic blade and the LED light that makes it near impossible to nick your balls.
Yep. You can shave in the dark. You can shave in low light conditions. Most importantly, you could shave in a bright room with just a little extra touch to it. Either way, you're going to save big, because guess what you're going to do, plebe? You're going to go to manscaped.com. You're going to buy every single product on their catalog. And that's not a request, that's a threat. And then you're going to use code GOODCRACK at checkout. GOODCRACK, GOODCRACK at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. on any products. But you're going to buy every product because you got Bush and you can't have Bush no more. I love that you'll have the best kept nutsack on the cul-de-sac. That's good.
I thought the advertisement they sent where it said got Bush, can I see that logo? It looked like weed.
Oh, no, that's a new graphic for us to use.
Oh, wow. It's an actual bush like the summer.
And, guys, they have the Manscaped Boxers 2.0.
Wait, they got new boxers?
Yeah, so they better send them out, guys.
They better send those to us so we could tell you fuckers how good they are. But, you got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of buying them right now yourselves and getting to try them before the good crack boys.
Yeah. Do not read. Host talks about how they approach taming their bush. Well, I listen, when I'm taming my bush, I use a weed whacker. No, not the weed whacker. That's for my nose. I use the lawnmower 4.0 and ears. Yeah. When I'm taming my bush, I grab the bush by the horns, if you know what I mean. Oh. And I shave it up. So you guys should shave it up too.
When I was going knee deep in some of these 30-year-old women this weekend.
Mm-hmm. You don't want crabs.
They said, I lied to them. I did, because they're 33, 35. And they said, well, how old are you? And I would be like, 28. They'd be like, oh, my God, you're so young. Meanwhile, I'm actually 24. And the fact of the matter is, I still got away with 28. But when I got in the sack with them and they saw how clean my bush was, they're like, you're not 28, are you?
You're 17.
And they're like, let's do it. Bounce, chicka, wow.
See that? See what we did there, folks?
That's how life works.
Matt doesn't got Bush, if you know what I mean. Neither of us got Bush. I don't got Bush. But you know what we do have? A Manscaped sponsorship. So use code GOODCRACK at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping.
I may not have a lot in this world, but one thing I do have is a Manscaped sponsorship.
You know when you watch,
you ever just walking around and forget that you're
sponsored by Manscaped? Dude, I forget it all the time. And then I get my check for $85,000 at the end of the month, and I'm like, wow, Manscaped.
Have we got a check? You should probably hit them up before we leave for Scotland.
I have to invoice them for June.
We get a little chump change, especially now that we're both unemployed.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get the month of July while we're out there, so that'll be a nice injection of $100,000 to the account. And those numbers are real, guys. Those numbers are real. Dude, the Georgia Guidestones got blown up.
You said that.
Oh, my God.
I don't know what that is.
Dude, see what I mean? Dude, the Georgia Guidestones, guys, in Georgia were blown up mysteriously.
What are the Georgia Guidestones?
So I had that same question. And when it happened, I'm like, what does that mean for us? And guys, you know what it means for us? Absolutely nothing. That's right. It means absolutely nothing. I started asking around, and I asked a bunch of my friends, and this is what I got from like the right-wing conspiracy friends. They're like, dude, it's so good that blew up because that got those Guidestones, that sculpture is globalist propaganda. But then my friends that are more left-leaning, woke, they're like, dude, that is terrible that those blown up because they are literally like the guide to how we can live our life. And then people like you, Matt, people like me that, you know, are right there in the middle and they're of sane mind. They said, I don't even know what that is. What are the Georgia Guidestones? Who, what, when, where, and why? And so that's kind of where I'm at. I don't really know if this is a good thing or not. You want to know what it says on them, Matt? You want to know
Yes.
the Georgia Guidestones, I think it has the same thing written on these 3 stones, and it's in 8 different languages. And I'm going to tell you what they are right now because I'm finally going to
maybe I have heard about this.
So it's 10 guidelines that are inscripted in 8 different languages. And those languages are... Oh, those damn languages of mine are... It doesn't say the languages? Are you fucking kidding me? All right. Well, it has 4 ancient language scripts: Babylonian, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphs. And then the languages...
Those languages are English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian.
Yes. And so this is the guide in which we should live our lives, and the rules are: number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Okay, so
That's a random number.
So the world population is already too much, according to the Georgia guidelines.
Is that 500 million or 500 billion?
500 million. 500 million.
We're how many? We got 8 billion people.
Yeah. So again, people are saying, we'll go through them. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity.
What does that mean? This seems like a little bit
Unite.
Naziistic.
Number 3 is unite humanity with a living new language, a universal language. Rule number 4 is rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts.
All right.
Number 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world order court. I can see where the world order globalism stuff comes in with that one. Number 6, avoid petty laws and useless officials. I think we all can get behind that one. 7, balance personal rights with social duties. I'm sorry, that was number 8. Number 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And number 10, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature.
Says it twice.
They say that twice. Yoko Ono loves this place, and that leads me to believe that we shouldn't love it then. Because if Yoko likes it, then it's probably not good.
And what happened? Someone just fucking bopped.
And so, yeah, they blew up see how it's like these 4 pillars, I think? Yeah. See this? It's like, it's 5 total pillars. There's like 1 in the middle, 1 on each corner, and someone like blew that shit up, and it was like
hilarious.
Yeah. Again, I don't know what.
On July 6, 2022, an explosion occurred on the site, destroying the Swahili and Hindi language tab. Wow.
So maybe they just don't like Swahilis and Hindis.
That could be the case.
Maybe it's a hate crime. It's aligned with the stars in the earth.
How the fuck did they pull this off?
It has a sundial and clock. You see the video? Yeah, you see that shit?
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So now it's got everyone torn. As I said, the right wing, the conspiracy people, they think it's good. It's a kick to globalism. The woke say this is not good. Those are the values we should live by. I would assume Elon Musk thinks it's good, considering he has 9 children now.
All of them a different gender.
Yeah. And with multiple different women. Him and Nick Cannon are in a contest to see who could be the next Genghis Khan. Like, I think by the year 2090, 3,000 maybe, 70% of Americans will be descendants of either Elon Musk or Nick Cannon. I think that's a fair estimate.
Those estimates make sense.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can do that.
Was it you or someone said, like, because I heard, like, on a podcast a couple months ago that, like, Nick Cannon was choosing to be celibate from now on.
Yeah, he did say that.
And then very recently,
like, 2 weeks ago,
he was like, psych.
his 8th or 9th child's on the way.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, another one on the way.
Good for him. Dude.
Yeah, dude, he's doing good. He's doing
just slinging dick.
He's like a farmer in the 1800s. Just
I feel like it's like kind of hard to get many women pregnant. You have to like consciously not wear a condom. They have to consciously not be on any contraceptive.
Dude.
And you have to consciously bust a nut
inside
of him.
He could literally bang a new woman every night, Nick Cannon. Okay?
Is that what he's doing?
I mean, I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but he could. So
why is Nick Cannon famous again? What did he do?
He used to make music, then he did Wildin' Out, you know. But he could bang a new woman every night, 365 days in a year. He has a lot of opportunities. You know?
Bang more than one woman.
He could bang one in the morning with breakfast, one at lunch, and then one at night, and he could maybe even get one in the middle of the night if she stays over. She stays the night. That's 4 opportunities a day.
2 women a day for 365 days. That's like something.
That's 730.
Good for you, dude. You know math. Fucking nerd.
730 opportunities
To have bebas.
to spread your seed. That's easy, dude. That's easy. And that's also, you have to account for the women that are sleeping with him and probably poke holes in any of the condoms that he probably doesn't use. There's some that get in that bedroom hoping to get pregnant.
That man clearly does not use condoms.
Yeah.
He's probably never touched a condom.
He probably thinks a condom is a pussy.
C-dom.
Yeah, C-dom. He's into
He probably
natural
thinks the
C-dom.
women are wearing female condoms. Have you ever seen those, Joe?
No, I haven't. I hope I never do either.
If a girl was like, hey, I'm going to use a female condom, I'd say, see ya.
Hey, get a grip.
I would say you got the wrong guy.
Get a grip. So so that's cool. Gang, the race to be the next Genghis Khan. Elon Musk versus Nick Cannon. I got my money on Elon.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Nick Cannon, at the rate he's doing it, is way faster than Elon. Elon's done it over, Elon's got kids that are, older than us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The only thing with Elon, though, is that he's literally, on par. He's just going to be, the most powerful person in the world. So that's such an advantage and such an edge on Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is, the grassroots guy.
He's just out there spitting.
He's got swagger. He's got good looks.
Dick, just spraying cum.
Charismatic. If he was poor, he would probably still have this many kids.
Yeah.
Whereas, Elon Musk,
Elon Musk.
he would probably have -5 kids if he had no money.
Oh, okay, I see what
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like Nick Cannon having the resources he does, he should have more kids then.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is making it happen because he has the resources. That's where I stand.
Maybe he's Elon's trying to create an army that he could clone and whatnot.
Because he's also really big. Well, yeah, he's really big on we need more people in the world.
Is he?
That's his stance. Yeah, he's not one of those people who says we need to lower the world's population. He's no, we need more.
We need to come inside of people more.
He also said he tweeted the other day that he thinks the way the moon united the world in what was that, the 70s, he thinks that's going to happen in our lifetime with Mars, and he really lost me on that one.
Oh, really? I thought that would have hyped you up.
I don't know. Is he really that's going to be what unites the world?
I don't think it's going to.
I don't think anything can unite this world.
I personally would be. Yeah, there's nothing that can unite except aliens.
That maybe, or everyone agreeing to drop a nuke at the same time and just destroy.
That would unite us in our death.
Yeah.
Remember that small period of time where we really thought we were we're coming close.
We were reactionary podcasters just coming
on
every day.
Ukraine,
world's
Putin,
gonna end,
and then Pride Month happened.
Putin my dick in my mouth.
The war in Ukraine was over.
Yeah,
Zelensky, I thought that guy would have been dead 6 months ago.
No, he was hanging with Ben Stiller a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
which cool.
I saw him say something thank you to President or Prime Minister Johnson.
Really?
For all the help he gave to Ukraine.
Dude, I just can't wait for the Sean Penn documentary. That'll never come out.
It's going to be him in the middle of the wars and what's going on here? But you could tell he's actually 900 miles away.
Yeah.
He's going to have his own AK.
Yeah. It's self-defense.
There's going to be a scene where he's it's going to be Verite where they slowly open a door and he's got an AK and a fucking Rambo headband
barrel in his mouth.
He's looking in the mirror. He's fuck, I got to do it. I got to go fight. It's going to be him hyping himself up to go fight in the war.
Oh, that's good drugs. I wonder if Sean Penn is actually going to ever release any documentary he's ever made. Or it's just all he's actually just committing heinous war crimes and just documenting it.
Is that what he always says? Is that he's there to make a film?
I think he's been he's attended every war, I think, in the last 10 years, 20 years.
I remember he was really big on what was that one that happened when we were in middle school or high school? Not the war, but a earthquake.
Yemen. Oh, I don't remember.
What's the Haiti?
Haiti.
He was big on Haiti.
Yeah, Haiti, the earthquake. That's right.
Spent a lot of time out there.
Yeah, he didn't do much.
Sean Penn.
He didn't do much.
I am Sam.
Didn't do much. Oh.
He's out there just doing simple jack.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know.
And then you seen I Am Sam?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's I watch it and I'm like, at the end, I'm always like you almost get emotional and you're like, oh wow. But then when you like step back and you like put it through the lens of like your sane mind the next day, you're like, what a fucking crazy, like that movie's a little too much, but it's based on a true story.
What is it about?
It's about a mentally retarded man who has a daughter, and it's like his custody battle for that daughter.
How does he have a daughter?
Well, there was a lucky lady many moons ago. I don't know, to be honest.
Was she also?
I assume that he got handsy at like a summer camp, and one thing led to another, and
so you're saying a non-mentally retarded woman took advantage of him?
Yeah, at summer camp when he was like 16.
Or
17.
would you say it's more a par with the Forrest Gump situation?
Oh, well, that's great. I mean, I wonder if Forrest Gump has AIDS. They should follow up on that.
Yeah, that wouldn't make much sense, would it, right? Because they fucked that one time when he was in college.
No, but then at his house.
Yeah, you're right.
After his mom died, and she had AIDS then.
Yeah, I forget. Could we verify if she had AIDS?
I think she had AIDS then. And he dogged her, impregnated her with Forrest Jr.
Joe, I don't know if you know this. I know this from a personal experience. You could fuck someone
with
AIDS and not get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's only when there's fluids exchanged. You know?
But how are fluids not exchanged?
You know.
I was doing that because I was testing my lung strength.
I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of vaginal fluid.
Well, we got 19 minutes left, so
we're not making it that long.
No, we can't, dude. I wrote a note for the show today. It seems as though a large majority of acts at the Fringe Festival will be put on some of the most mentally ill people the world has to offer. That's good. That's good.
That is true.
That is true.
We've already broached upon that subject, but like I said, guys, the more we hang out in these Facebook groups, just absolute chaos.
It's
honestly, for us, it's going to be like attending a month-long freak show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised there's going to be real geeks
there. It's
like,
funny,
I'm
too.
Like looking through the program, like, Joe, look at this. We can go see a geek show tonight. What? $5.
And I'm like, oh, like it's not an actual geek show. Then you're like, no.
It says
he
here,
shows me the poster, and it's the guy biting a chicken's head off.
It says here the guy will kill a chicken with his mouth.
Holy shit. How much is it? It's pay as you want.
Pay as you go. We give a quarter.
Oh, dude. That's so fucking good. It's like, it literally is, like I said to you last night, it's like when you get accepted into college, and people who got accepted to college like 2014 and on will know this. It's like when you get accepted into college and you join the group me for like that acceptance class or like the Facebook group, and people are just writing the most asinine, heinous things you've ever seen. Just like, I'm a big fan of the Muppets. Are there any people who want to start a Muppets clan on moving day?
Who loves the show New Girl? Let's start a New Girl club.
And you're just reading this, and you're like,
the
guys,
comments are like, yes.
And you're like, guys, we're 18 years old. Like, I know we are still young, but Christ, like, we're 18 years old. We don't need to start a Muppets club.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Are you trying to stay inside all 4 years of college?
Dude, it's just
you trying to not
people.
grow.
Let's see if we can pull some of these.
Find a good one or two. One person said, who's ready to try haggis? I can't wait to try haggis. Are you excited to try haggis? Have you tried haggis? What even is haggis? A fish?
No.
I have no idea what haggis is.
Haggis is I believe it's the lining of a cow's stomach.
Oh, haggis.
Like tripe. Let me see. It might be like blood pudding.
Oh, hey, who's excited to try some haggis?
Is savory pudding containing sheep's plucked heart, liver, and lungs, minced with onions, oatmeal, suet, spices, and salt, mixed with stock, cooked while traditionally encased in the animal's stomach.
It sounds like something Liver King would approve of.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'll try some haggis.
Hey, fringers, if anyone's still looking for a place to stay, I found a flat. It's like people just trying to live with each other.
See, like, that's normal. That's... I'm not saying everyone has to be normal either, folks. You know,
it's when you dig into their Facebook page.
It's when you just see someone say, hey, guys, I know the festival is 3.5 weeks away. I'm doing a one-man show, and I'm bringing my 12-year-old with me. Does anyone know of any childcare that I could put him in while I perform for a month straight? Might be a little irresponsible, you might have maybe wanted to think that one through. And if anything, don't start making arrangements 3.5 weeks before the festival.
Like right here, this woman made one of those photo posts, and it says, "How is everybody handling the COVID situation? Do you test your performers? Since there doesn't seem to be regulations anymore, I'm curious what folks are doing." Hey, listen, sweetheart. Don't come. Don't go abroad to the world's largest art festival. It's that simple.
It's that easy.
Just don't do it.
Rule number 1 is there are no rules.
And she's making a musical called She, Her.
Cool.
So do with that what you will. You know?
I'm going to see it. Is it the same time as our show? Because I might have to take a night off.
Oh, yeah, at the same time. We can't make it. Oh,
I
God.
have to take a night off. Well, that really just makes me... It's sad. Seeing that is sad. Because it's like 3,200 shows in a month. It's probably going to be like 130 of these shows that have legs. The rest are going to just be displays of psychosis.
Like I said,
It's exciting.
It's a win-win for us.
It's exciting.
You know?
It's exciting. Did you see the nurse on TikTok that made a TikTok after her patient died?
Hilarious.
It's
so fun. First off, I feel like we've talked about
giving.
this on here before a while ago, but like people that are in healthcare, but like also weren't like good enough to become doctors.
Yeah.
They usually suck.
Yeah.
You know, when you meet a nurse or a nurse practitioner and all they fucking talk about is being a nurse and like how much it is crazy to be a nurse.
They're passionate about their craft.
And that's great.
They're
but I don't
passionate
go
about their
out and say, hey, you know how hard it is to memorize lines?
Yeah.
You dumb cunt.
People might think you're a douchebag.
Yep.
People are mad. They said that she's exploiting the patients, and I say she is. That's not good.
I say more content. Incorporate the corpses. Go
Use
down
the
to the
corpse.
morgue. Fuck one.
My
Make an OnlyFans about necrophilia. Do that.
my whole thing is I've been seeing so many nurse TikToks, and why are like nurses becoming this weird archetype where they all have blonde hair, stupid tattoos, and they all look like
stupid bitches.
They all look like their name is Mary Kate, and they live in a trailer park.
Yeah.
And they hop in a Jeep Wrangler after their shift. They light a Marlboro menthol cigarette.
They go to some shitty town bar.
Yeah.
And meet some fucking loser who works in like, you know.
Yeah. That's the single ones, or the ones that are held down. They go back to the trailer park. They kick open the door.
They usually are single though.
No, they have their semi-pro motocross boyfriends.
That's
that are
what it is. They
unemployed,
got a lot of semi-motocross boyfriends.
named Tyler.
Yep.
And they go home and they have a needle hanging out of their arm because they're shooting up speed while she's on her shifts.
Next thing you know, they get a baby put in their bun.
Yep.
The baby's real stupid and ugly. Both of mom and dad get fat real quick.
Real quick.
Their kids got fucking, you know, it's going to be wearing one of those stupid goggle glasses when they play sports.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And Mary Kate, when she's taking your blood pressure when you're laying in the hospital bed nearing death, she's going to be leaning over you, and her flaps of her arms are just going to be whacking you in the nostrils.
And all she's going to be talking about is how excited she is for the family trip to Disney World.
No, not even. They're going down to, like, Ocean City. They got a motel for the week. They're excited.
Seaside.
They're bringing they got a, I was about to say Gary Coleman grill, but isn't that the Drake and Josh version? What is the actual? Is it a Gary Coleman grill?
No, I think it's called the Coleman Grill.
Gary
Gary Coleman was like that actor.
That's so funny. But yeah, we're bringing a Coleman grill this year. We got a huge cooler. We're not even gonna have to leave the room at the motel. We're gonna just sit on the terrace.
We're so excited to take the kids to the very nice boardwalk.
We found a flank steak at the supermarket that was 4 pounds. You wouldn't believe how long this flank steak is. We're gonna make it last the week. We're gonna make steak sandwiches every day.
Dip it in some tatsumi.
And she's gonna have family coming up from Philly because you know she came from Philly.
She got the roots in Philly.
She got some family from Wilkes Bar coming down, and they're gonna be drinking so much Hypnotic and Bankers Club vodka.
And you know Tyler's mom's a real cunt, and she hates his her son's wife, but she'll show up too. and she'll be real controlling, but be really passive aggressive about it.
Yep, and then once she gets drunk,
night.
yes, they'll fight on the beach during the day, and then that night when she's 8 drinks in and she's can't even see straight, she'll tell him how she loves him and how she thinks he should start riding motocross like his pop, even though he's not there anymore. He left years ago.
Yep.
And that's what it'll be.
If he's dead or if he left.
Yeah, he might still be doing speed somewhere. And that's the life for her.
You know what? We're forgetting a great thing too. They fostered a bunch of dogs.
Oh, they have so many dogs.
They got a couple pit bulls with clipped ears, a bunch of German shepherds.
They got one that has 3 legs.
A lot of dumb tattoos. Dumb tattoos.
They have a dog.
They wear those glasses. They're the kind of face that you see on television.
Yeah.
And it's usually on Dateline.
Yes.
And it's like Cheryl Ann was so happy as a nurse and with Tyler and her 9 pit bulls.
Yes.
And then we found her decapitated by this river.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, who did it?
And they said there's no money left for the son because 2 of the pit bulls they fostered had such terrible health issues that they were spending more than they could afford on health care for the dog. She was working extra shifts at the hospital.
Crazy.
Just so they could foster these damn dogs.
Could you believe it?
And that's who's making the TikToks and saving our
That's
people.
who's, when you're fucking find yourself in a hospital bed, that's who your life at hand is going to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Life is crazy, man.
I stay out of hospitals at all costs, dude.
Oh, yeah. Who the hell wants to get involved with that?
Gross.
And then your doctor comes back from Greece after he's been banging hookers and doing ketamine all weekend.
Yeah, barely knows what your situation is.
Oh,
and
he
walks in, he's
he
like,
just
let's
picked up your
amputate that
clipboard.
leg.
Yeah, he literally read your situation between him reaching for the doorknob and him walking into the room, which was all of 1.5 seconds.
Wow, so you got brain cancer. Let's fucking cut that skull open.
Let's cut that skull open, and I think we should amputate your arm,
brain.
your right arm. Why my right arm? Well,
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor. I know what I'm doing, okay? I just got back from Greece.
And you know what? One night when he's desperate, he'll fuck, Cheryl Ann.
Oh yeah.
Maybe ruin the marriage, maybe not. Maybe put a baby inside of her.
He'll be on Percocets all day for his long shift. Just the first day back from Greece, he's so hungover and he's on so many Percocets seeing his patients. And he catches Mary Kate in the break room one night, and that's the night he bangs her, and he promises her how she's gonna be, the head nurse. He wants to eventually marry her. Maybe she can go back to med school, become a doctor, and she lives in that fantasy the whole ride home in the Jeep Wrangler. She took the doors off because it's July.
Yeah.
The wind is sailing through her hair, and when she gets there the next day, he has not a clue what she's talking about.
And then on her way home.
Threatens her, too.
Yeah,
Don't tell
and
anyone.
then on her way home, there's a lost gap of time where she's not on any CCTV, and that's when she goes missing, and that's when they find her decapitated by the road.
Yep.
Was it the doctor? Was it the husband? Was it a random stranger hitchhiker? Nobody knows, but you could bet your ass this much. There'll be a great Dateline special about it.
Yes.
And all the family and friends will be on the camera. She was just such a sweetheart. She got all them dogs. She was the nurse. She loved hanging out with the patients and doing TikToks.
Who the hell would do this to a healthcare hero, man?
And then Tyler's just like, yeah, I don't know. Crazy,
man. You guys got any speed? Can I do speed on camera?
Am I allowed to do a little speed?
It's one of them Vice shows.
It's prescribed.
Medical speed. MS. I got MS, man.
Medical speed.
Medical speed, man. That's good. Yeah, well, she should make more content. That's a content machine waiting to bust.
You think her career is going to be over?
No. Apparently nothing has come of it. Nothing other than just backlash from the public. I feel like they would have suspended her by now.
Yeah, I guess she didn't do anything totally wrong.
No. I mean, I guess the only argument they can make is like, hey, you're not supposed to be on your phone during your shift.
Or like releasing, I guess it's not totally releasing, but like talking about the personal deaths of patients.
Yeah, that's a little distasteful. I wouldn't be thrilled if that was my family member who had just perished.
Distaste.
Yeah, a little distaste. Wow. What do you have to say for the folks as we wrap this one up?
You know what, guys? Sorry. It's been good, guys. I will say this. I'm happy things are really coming close now.
You could hear the enthusiasm in your voice.
I will be honest. I'm very tired.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for good reason, we got a lot of things happening. We're getting all of the shit ready for the New Jersey show.
Yep.
We're getting ready to fly to fucking Scotland.
Yep.
We got, like we said, man, 3 weeks now. We got to get some fucking props in the mail. We got to get some shit done. We got to sell more tickets to our Jersey show.
Yep. 24 days till we take off.
Yep. We got to pack. What are you going to... You start packing?
Nah. I didn't start packing.
I'll pack the night before.
I'll start packing soon, you know?
You and I should pick a day to go to the Willowbrook Mall together and do a little clothing shopping.
Yeah, a little clothes shopping, because I got to impress these fucking people. Huh?
I'm from New York.
It's going to be an interesting month, guys. We're going to do a lot of potting, too.
Yeah,
2
we're
episodes a
potting,
week.
a lot of acting in our plays, a lot of smoozing around with industry people. And for me specifically, I don't know about you, Joe, I'm doing a lot of fucking.
Oh, yeah. We gotta, I want to break Nick Cannon's record.
Yeah.
He popped 3 out while he was in Edinburgh.
We also have the best opportunity, and I have personal
I'm going
experience.
celibate, as Nick Cannon would say.
I have personal experience of this. It's perfect when you're abroad to just pump your seed
Into the world.
because you're out.
Yeah,
You're out September 1st.
that's true.
And guess who's raising that baby? Not me.
Not me.
What are they going to do? Extradite me to go be a father?
I'd
No
like to
one's
see
got
him
tax
try.
money for that.
I'd like to see him try.
I'm not Brittany Griner. America's gonna save me.
How do you feel about Brittany Griner, dude?
I will say this, man, and I'm a very outspoken person on this podcast about how much I hate the Eastern Europeans.
Yeah.
I don't trust Russia. I don't like Russia, and I don't think they should have any of our citizens captive. So I'm very against. I think we should bring Brittany back immediately.
Bring her back, dude. People are saying if that was LeBron, he would be home already.
I mean,
might have a point.
Yeah, but that kind of goes without saying, right? Like, that's a dumb point to make. Like, LeBron's a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and he's more famous.
Yeah, he keeps the lights on in China.
Yeah.
Without him, China's economy crumbles. So maybe it's not a terrible idea.
I don't know.
But, guys, hey, sign our petition.
Bring the Edinburgh Fringe app back.
Yeah, bring the app back. Bring it back. All right, guys. Well, on that note, we'll see you next week.
Smoke them.
And smoke with the Adam.
If you got them.
Peace.